Hey, Amelia. I've been thinking lately. When my grandchild is born, I'll be the first to hold the baby, right? You just have to give birth, and then I'll take care of the rest.
Good evening, Sophia. I certainly plan to take some time off after the birth, and I'd like to do my best to take care of the baby too.
Well, I don't expect you to do your best. You'll be fine because I'm here. And it won't be good for my grandchild if I let you take care of it.
But I'm a mother, and I want to raise my baby myself.
I have my doubts about your ability as a mother. You can't cook, you can't clean, and you can't raise a child. Leave everything to me.
Sophia, I think that's a little harsh. I'm trying, and I intend to get better.
You don't need to try. I'll be just fine without you. As long as I have my grandchild, I don't need you.
Oh no.
I didn't approve of you as a wife from the very beginning. But my son chose you, so I had no choice but to accept you. But you're really useless.
What do you mean by that?
You can't do anything, can you? You're not good at housework and work, and you're just a burden to my son. I just want the best for him.
Sophia, you're wrong. I want to cooperate with my husband.
You don't need to cooperate. You're standing in his way. My son has bigger dreams. He doesn't have time for you.
Please don't say that. My husband and I want to build a future together.
You're overreacting. You're the reason his future is so dark. When my grandchild is born, I will educate well and raise the baby without your influence. Don't worry.
But
it's because you can't do anything. My son regrets that he shouldn't have married you. That's why I'm just trying to help him.
Sophia, that's really terrible.
Anyway, we'll be fine without you.
But
hi, Amelia. Just when I thought you finally got pregnant. You do so many unnecessary things to me.
What?
It's so obvious. I know exactly what you're doing.
What do you mean?
You're not going to let me hold a grandchild, are you? What a wife you are.
What are you talking about? I've never thought anything like that.
My son told me that you're planning to have a home birth, and the baby is going to be born soon. What kind of an idea is it to not spend that precious time with me? First of all, isn't a home birth just like saying that I don't support you enough?
Sophia, I never think that you don't support me enough. I'm thinking of going to my parents' home about 2 months before the due date.
Why are you going back to your hometown? I really don't understand. I'm here too, you know. I've done a lot of preparation for you, and you want me to let all that effort go to waste? Do you think your parents' home is such a special place? I hope you understand a little better how much I have done for you and the baby.
This is my first time raising a child, and frankly, I'm filled with anxiety. The birth itself is a big challenge, and raising a child afterwards is also scary for me. I'm sure I'll be a physical and mental wreck after the birth. If I stay with my parents, my mother will be there, and I will have the support of my entire family. I want to get through my first time raising a child with as little burden as possible.
So I'll do everything for you. Don't worry. I'm experienced and I'm perfectly capable of taking care of the baby and doing all the housework. You'll feel much safer here than back at your parents' house. So why don't you just stay here with me?
My parents can't come over there often. I want my parents to be there for me at least during the birth.
I would like to be there during the birth too. I was looking forward to the birth of my first grandchild. Why won't you give me that opportunity? I want to watch the growth of my grandchild, and I want to strengthen my bond with my grandchild through daily care, you know? It's really sad.
I'm sorry. but I'll be back in about a month after giving birth.
I was even going to be there to witness the birth, you know. You have no idea how much I was looking forward to this moment. I was so excited to witness the birth of my first grandchild, and you ruined that special moment for me. I can't believe I'm being treated like this.
What? Witnessing the birth? Are you saying like you're going to be standing by my side while I give birth?
Yes, because having my son standing by your side wouldn't help, would it? That's why I was going to be there.
I think that will be difficult.
Why?
I would be embarrassed.
We're both women. I have been through childbirth myself, so there's nothing to be embarrassed about. And it's more embarrassing to show your crotch to other people, you know? I mean, many doctors and nurses will see you when you're giving birth.
I think the people at the hospital are different, and their medical staff with expertise. They're very professional in the birth setting, and I'm comfortable with them. Besides, childbirth is a very private moment. I don't want anyone outside of my family to be able to see it.
Oh, I'm not considered family? I am so sorry to hear that. I was going to be the first to hold my grandchild.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. We'll be the ones living together in the future.
What? Are you really thinking about living together in the future? Do you have plans for us to live together in the future? I don't remember talking about this with my husband, so I'm really surprised. Can you tell us exactly what you're thinking about?
What are you talking about? Of course we will be living together. Because my son is an only child. Who is going to take care of me in the future?
But, Sophia, you said before that you don't want to live together. At that time, your husband had the same opinion and we agreed to it. I'm surprised and confused by the sudden talk of living together.
My husband is just being stubborn. He always has a habit of hiding his true feelings and being stubborn. That's why he says he doesn't want to live with you, but he doesn't really feel that way at all. He's really looking forward to living with you guys. I'm sure everyone will be happy.
Oh, really?
Besides, it's better to watch the baby with as many adults as possible. Amelia, you're going back to work someday, right?
Yes, I plan to work again eventually.
Then it's definitely better to live together. In the first place, the reason why you guys built such a big house is because you wanted us to live together, right?
No, not really. We were both talking about getting a big dog when we have kids. That's why we built the house as spacious as possible.
Don't be silly. You've made a guest room. That's supposed to be my room, right?
We really didn't intend it that way. We chose a large house so that we can have more children in the future. We chose a spacious house so that we can spend a relaxing time with friends and family when they come to visit. Of course, we would love to have you visit too. But we didn't build a big house with the intention of living together.
Well, when you come back from your hometown, you leave the childcare to me. I'll raise my grandchild as the heir to our family.
Well, for the time being, we'll do our best.
What are you talking about? Neither you nor my son have any knowledge or experience in child rearing, do you? I'm not going to leave it to you.
No, I'm really fine.
You don't have to be like that. Really. You don't have to worry about it. I'll do everything. You don't have to do anything. I'll do all the cleaning, laundry, and cooking. You can just wrap yourself up in the blanket and take a nice, relaxing nap now. For the sake of your baby, you just need to relax. Amelia, may I have a word with you? My son told me not to come home. What is this all about? I've been helping you every day, and I'm really shocked that he would suddenly say something like that to me. Why should he be so cold to me?
Sophia, I really appreciate your concern for me, but I get tired easily, especially during pregnancy, and I really need some quiet time alone. I'm really sorry.
You mean you're annoyed if I go to your house? I'm really surprised you feel that way. I thought I was doing the best I could for you and the baby, but I was actually annoying you?
No, it's not that you were annoying me. I really appreciate your help. It's just that I couldn't relax with you around, you know? I really appreciate the courtesy of your help, but my energy is especially low during pregnancy. I need as much rest as possible.
So that's your problem, right? I'm doing all the housework for you, and I was shocked when he suddenly told me not to come. Besides, I always tell you that you can take a nap, don't I?
Yes, but you keep talking to me.
I'm talking to you because you answer me. If you're sleeping, why don't you just ignore me? And he even told me that he doesn't want to live with me. You made him say that, didn't you?
I didn't decide on my own. My husband and I discussed it thoroughly before we came to this conclusion. My husband and I both want to live and raise our child together. We thought it was the best choice for both of us.
That's an absolute lie. My son has always been a child who listens to me. You told him you didn't want to live with me, didn't you? It's disgusting that you let him tell me that. It really hurt my feelings. It was the biggest shock I've had in years. I even cried.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand why you don't want me to live with you in the first place. I do everything for you, don't I? I've told you I'll take care of your baby too.
From the very beginning of our marriage, we never wanted to live with each other's parents. And we want to do our best to raise our child on our own.
So you're saying you're never going to let me take care of the baby? If something happens, you're never going to let me help?
That depends on the situation. We will do our best not to cause you any trouble.
That's a lie.
What?
I thought that you would live with me in the future. I accepted you as my daughter-in-law, you know?
And I understand your feelings. I really appreciate the fact that you have put a lot of thought into things for us. But we have our own lives and ways of thinking, and it is difficult to do everything according to your wishes.
What's your problem with living with me? I really don't understand. Is it really such a big burden to live with me? We just want to live happily together as a family.
I think each family has its own way of living. I just don't think I could live with you guys or my own parents either.
You don't have to live with your parents.
I'm just saying we're okay on our own.
You're already messing around. I'm going to have a grandchild, so I'm definitely going to have to live with you.
I'm sorry, Sophia. Ask my husband about living together. I can't answer any more questions for you.
So just tell him that you will live with us. Then my son would be okay with it.
I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. Excuse me.
We haven't finished talking yet. I will never accept any other option but to live with you. If you refuse to live with me, I will have you divorce my son. Amelia, what is it with you not contacting me even once? I told you that I'm looking forward to the birth of my grandchild, didn't I? You really are a very inconsiderate person. I have something I really need to talk to you about. You absolutely must answer me.
Sophia, it's been a long time. What is the important thing to talk about?
Before that, is there anything you want to say to me? I've been supporting the whole time, and I've always valued you as a member of our family. I can't believe that you haven't said anything to me in response to my efforts and feelings.
I don't think there's anything I want to say to you. I have always been grateful for your support. I tell you that every time I see you, don't I?
You're not even going to apologize?
Me?
All this time, you've been ignoring my calls, haven't you? And when I went to your house, you've been pretending that you're not there, haven't you?
That's because you never listened to my husband.
Well, are you saying it's my fault?
I'll be honest with you. Having you come to our house every day was a huge burden. And even though I refused to live with you, you kept telling me the same thing over and over again. I don't want to use pregnancy as an excuse, but it was very hard for me when I was sick and wanted to lie down.
Then why didn't you just make it clear to me?
I have told you many times, but you keep interrupting me.
Well, you suddenly became very strong when you went back home to have the baby. I'm surprised that you became so bold as soon as you went back to your own family home. You've been so quiet, and now that you're back at home, you're suddenly so bold.
No, it's not like that.
Well, but now that we've settled the matter, it's okay.
What matter?
Actually, you don't like me, your mother-in-law, do you? That's why I sold your house. There's no place for you to come back to.
What?
Since you went back to your parents' home, I've been trying to convince my son and husband. I told them a wife who doesn't live with her husband is not a wife and that we should kick you out.
Oh.
And then they both finally understood. Wow. We sold your house and we have a buyer, so you and my son should get a divorce. Oh, and if you don't want a divorce, get down on your knees to me. If you swear to change your mind, I'll even consider you moving in with us.
Oh, wow. Do you know whose house you sold?
What are you saying? It's your house.
It's not our house. It's yours.
What are you talking about? Why should we sell our house?
Your husband made the decision. He said that if he didn't do something, you wouldn't stop your insanity. It seems he has been thinking about it a lot. It's not our fault that you no longer have a house to live in. It's your husband's decision.
What?
He has always wanted to go back to his hometown. He was so happy.
Wait a second. What? You're kidding, right? You're joking, right?
Why would I joke about that?
Well, selling the house? I didn't hear anything about that.
You were trying to sell our house without telling me, right? To be honest, I couldn't believe it. Considering what you had done without consulting us, I can understand why your husband would make the same decision. If you decide things on your own without consulting anyone, why shouldn't others do the same?
Shut up! You and I are in different positions.
But it's your husband's decision. I don't know anything about it.
No, it's impossible. I can't live in the country like that. It's absolutely impossible.
Then please talk with him about the rest. I hope you and he will talk it over. I'm thinking about the baby first right now, so I'll leave you now. I'm about to go for my last checkup.
Hey, listen to me. Can you help me? I'm in the biggest crisis of my life.
Hi, Sophia. The biggest crisis? What's going on?
Amelia, I'm in a terrible situation, and there's really nothing I can do about it. When I objected to the move, my husband suddenly said that he was divorcing me. If I don't do something, we might end up divorcing. Is there any way you can help me?
I don't think so.
Huh? So you agree with him? Don't you think it's terrible that we're divorcing?
The reason he had to sell the house in the first place is because of you being arrogant all the time, isn't it?
Arrogant?
After I got pregnant and quit my job, you started coming over to our house every day, right? You came to my house saying you would help me with the housework, but you were actually hanging around the house all the time talking to me.
I did a little bit of housework too, didn't I?
You just cooked what you wanted to eat with our food and ate it. You left the utensils and dishes in the kitchen without washing them. I remember there were days when you even took a bath.
That's because the bath in your house is big and clean. I wanted to take a long bath.
And while taking a long bath, you told me to buy a bottle of wine. You made me make some snacks for you. You didn't want me to rest, did you?
I think a pregnant woman should move around a little.
I was moving, cleaning up the bathroom after you bathe, and washing dishes after you use them. I was moving more than before I got pregnant.
You were? I'm sorry. I'm not a detail-oriented person. But if you thought so, you should have told me.
I told you the other day. I told you many times.
Amelia, your way of speaking is too indirect. I want you to be more straightforward.
I'm your daughter-in-law. I can't speak so strongly to you.
Then from now on, you should be more direct. I don't get angry at you for giving me a warning. You can tell me how you really feel.
I won't say it. When I asked my husband to tell you about us not wanting to live together with you, you were furious, and you even told me to get a divorce. So I'm not going to tell you anything anymore. My husband and I would like to cut you off from our life.
What? Don't be like that. I wasn't angry at the time. I was just sad. I didn't really want you to divorce him.
I don't trust anything you say anymore. We had decided not to live together. You said you would move in with us on your own. You tried to divorce me and my husband and sell our new house, right? Don't you think it's not surprising that we would break off the relationship with you?
I was so excited about having a grandchild. I was really happy. I thought that if we moved in together, we could be together forever.
I'm glad you feel that way, but it's the same with my parents. If you hadn't gone so crazy about it, I'm sure you would have had more chances to see the baby than my parents.
Okay, well, I'll give up living with you. So please forgive me. If you forgive me, I'm sure my husband will give up moving too.
That's impossible. He has already decided to sell the house. You're supposed to move out by the end of next month, right?
Then convince him. I don't want to live in the country.
I don't think it's up to me to convince him.
He doesn't listen to me. Besides, he said he will divorce me if I don't want to move.
Then why don't you get a divorce?
What are you talking about? I can't do that. How will I live by myself if I get divorced now?
Sophia, what's happening now is all your fault. It may have started with my pregnancy, but my husband and your husband have always been tired of your attitude.
I've done so much for them. I've always been there for them.
It was a burden for both of them. My husband is quite angry that you have caused me so much trouble this time. He doesn't even want the baby to see you.
What?
You're always thinking what's best for yourself, and that's why this is happening. If your husband even asks you for a divorce, why don't you go ahead and divorce him?
Let me stay with you for a while.
What?
I'm not sure I'm ready to move back to his hometown. I have friends here, and there are many restaurants I want to go to. Let me move in with you for a few months.
You still don't understand, do you? We don't want to live with you. Please think about why your husband decided to move out.
I've thought about it, so I admit it was my fault, okay? But you're also selfish. You don't care about my feelings at all.
That's what you've been doing to everyone around you. In fact, even now, I'm exhausted from taking care of my newborn son. Please don't ask for help from someone who's just finished giving birth a few days ago.
Amelia, I'm really in trouble. Please, help me.
I can't help you. There's nothing I can do for you.
If you can't convince my husband, then talk to my son. I'm sure my son will listen to what you have to say. I think it would be more effective to have you talk to him instead of me.
I don't think I can do that.
Don't say that. You need to talk to him and convince his father to reconsider. You are the only one I can count on. I'm really in trouble.
Sophia, I don't want to meddle too much in the affairs between you and your husband. I have received a lot of sarcasm and harsh words from you in the past, and I don't think you realize how much you have hurt me. When I think back to the stress and exhaustion I went through during my pregnancy, I just can't bring myself to help you. Your problems should be solved by yourself. I have no intention of getting involved in this issue. To be honest, I don't feel like doing anything for you right now.
Amelia, don't say such a cold thing. I am your mother-in-law. Please respect me and help me. Please, Amelia.
After that, Sophia's husband never changed his mind. It seems that Sophia really didn't want to get a divorce, so she decided to move out of the house in tears. However, the night before moving to the countryside, she was in desperation. She screamed and yelled until late at night, entered other people's property without permission, and just gone crazy. She caused the trouble in the neighborhood and even got the police involved. My husband was also called in to deal with the situation, and he was furious. My father-in-law scolded her severely and she moved to the countryside. After moving to the countryside, she became quiet and depressed. I wonder if she finally realized the seriousness of her actions and reflected on them. I am so grateful that my father-in-law made up his mind after seeing how she was treating me. And I successfully had a baby, a healthy baby boy. My husband and I are now struggling together to raise our child. I would like to continue to watch my child grow and spend happy times together with my family.
Hey, Mia. I heard you changed your job.
Yes, I did. You got the news so fast.
I was so surprised. I used to love that restaurant. I went there with my friend today, but you weren't there.
Was there a problem at the restaurant?
I told the cashier you'd pay for it, like I always do, and she said you quit. It was so embarrassing. I had to pay for both of us.
Why would I pay for it in the first place?
Oh well, I was getting tired of that place anyway.
Of course you would if you go every week.
That's kind of a rude thing to say. But why did you change jobs?
I wasn't working to pay for your meals.
I just wanted to have a fancy dinner once in a while. You can only work as you like because my son earns enough. In other words, you should be thanking me, right?
I've heard enough. I'm done with my break, so if you'll excuse me.
Oh, wait. I have one more thing to say. You know, I bought some wine online today.
Wine?
See, if you buy it at the supermarket, it's hard to bring it home. There are all kinds to choose from. That's why I went shopping online. And then, I thought I'd take the chance and choose a good wine.
Oh.
It should be delivered to your place tomorrow by cash on delivery. So bring it to my house once you get it.
Charlotte.
What?
If it's sent here by cash on delivery, that means I have to pay for it, right?
Yes, that's right. Since I won't be there, I'll have to ask you to do it for me.
By the way, how much does this wine cost?
As I recall, 2 bottles cost a little over $400.
That's a lot of money.
I heard it's very rare. One of the bottles is for someone.
No, I don't care whether you give one to someone or not. Do you know how many times I've had to pay for things like this?
Oh, come on.
It's not good. You haven't given me back any of the money I paid for.
Oh my, what's with you nagging? Are you asking me to give you some allowance?
I'm not asking you to give me an allowance. I'm just asking you to return the money I paid for.
Oh God, don't be cheap. You've changed jobs and your salary has gone up, hasn't it?
There's a limit to how much I can pay for you. I want to save money for the future too. We haven't been able to save much for the past 5 months because you keep buying many things.
That's just because you're not very good with money management. Don't blame me.
It's a problem of your money management. Last month, the total I had to pay was $600.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I'm going on a trip with my friend next month.
A trip?
Yes, to Hawaii. And it's a 7 days tour.
Oh, that long? If you have money to go on a trip, why don't you at least buy your own wine?
Oh, you know, the money for this trip, Henry offered to pay for it.
He did?
He really is good for his mother. He doesn't say anything stingy when I want to buy something.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, you don't communicate with your husband enough, do you? Oh well, please take care of the wine.
Oh wait, Charlotte.
I had a lot of meetings today. I'm sorry I couldn't text back. What's up?
Yeah, there's a problem. Are you still at the branch office?
No, I finished early, so I'm just relaxing at the hotel. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something too.
What's up?
I got a call from my mom.
Yeah?
I just checked my phone. She sent me a long message while I was at work. She said she used my money to pay for an upcoming trip with friends.
What? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I knew it wasn't something you offered to pay.
My bank account was made when I was a child. My mom made it for me, so she knew the PIN number of my account.
What? Did she steal money without even telling you?
It seems like it. I was surprised when I heard it for the first time today. It's my fault for not changing the PIN, but she said she paid for the trip from my account.
I can't believe she did that.
I've always had a problem with my mom's extravagant spending. I didn't think she'd just take the liberty of spending money like this.
Of course you didn't.
But I'll get a bonus this month, so there's no problem with our living expenses. But I can't let her keep doing this. I have to think of something.
Yeah, but there's more.
Oh? What?
You see, we've talked about it a few times. She started purchasing stuff online since 5 months ago, and she's been making me pay for them. She hasn't paid me back a cent.
Oh. She's gotten worse since my dad started working again after he retired.
Today, she asked me to pay $400 for 2 bottles of wine.
Seriously? She never listens no matter how much I tell her not to.
Can your father talk to her?
No. Mom is in charge of all the finance in her house.
Oh, yeah?
She's been getting by on Dad's salary so far, but maybe that's not enough anymore. I've loaned her money before, but she's always returned it.
I see. But that means there could be more in the future, right?
Probably. I just noticed that, and it's bad.
I know.
So, about the future?
Oh, sorry, it was off the topic.
No, it's an important conversation, so I don't mind at all. We'll have to take that into consideration.
Yes, I agree.
I think once she starts something, it's hard to stop.
That's right. Even if you change the PIN, I think she will find a way somehow.
That's right. Well, it's easier to say no if she comes to me directly.
Yeah, but I can see she's going to make a big fuss.
That's true. But I can't take this anymore. I'm going to go all the way. But do you think it's too much?
I don't think so. You should do it.
That's good. You're so sweet.
I have just put up with it because she's your mother. Still, I don't think it's right for a person to spend a child's money without permission. So no matter what you do, I'm with you.
Thank you, Mia. Is it okay if I keep the travel expenses for Hawaii as they are?
Sure, do whatever you want.
Okay, I know I can't count on my dad, but I'll talk to him and see if he can help. And I'll talk to him about our current situation.
I hope it works out.
When I get back tomorrow, Let me tell you in more detail of what I'm going to do.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Hawaii was great, but now I'm in trouble. You're in trouble? I'm short on money from my trip to Hawaii. Send me some money now. I don't have any money to send you. What are you talking about? I don't know why there's no money left in your account, and I can't use the credit card. I can't even reach Mia. What's going on? What's going on? Money will be gone once you spend it, you know? You're talking so coldly. Did you eat something bad? So, since I don't have any money, I sent some souvenirs and packages to your house. It's pay on delivery, so please pay for it. I tried calling you on your cell phone. I tried calling your house, but no one answered. I'm glad I finally reached you. I caught a last-minute flight, so I'll be there tomorrow. Mia is right here with me. Oh, really? Well, tell her to take care of the souvenirs and packages. Oh, and tell her to be careful since some of them are fragile. I don't think she'll be able to do that. What? Why? We moved out of that house 4 days ago. What? What do you mean you moved out? It means we don't live there anymore. What? We moved out of that house. What? Why? So you'll have to take care of the souvenirs and packages by yourself. What are you talking about? Besides, you'll send me money, right? I'm not sending you any money. Why do I have to send money again after paying for the trip? Well, I can't even use credit cards. How am I supposed to get home? I don't know. It's your fault. Why don't you just walk home? What? It's a long bus ride home from here. Good luck with that and the money. I heard it's already over $2,000. When are you going to pay me back? Well, that's... I understand. You were not going to pay me back from the beginning. That's because... Will you stop using my wife as an ATM? ATM? Oh, no. And my money, the way you're doing it, you're no better than a thief or a crook. That's not very nice of you. Besides, I know everything. I know who you're traveling with today. What are you talking about? It's those girls from high school. Your high school friends can't drink alcohol, do they? But I bet the guy next to you likes drinking wine. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. Borrow some money from your young lover and go home to an empty house. What do you mean, empty? Dad moved out too. What? He moved out too? Of course he did. What are you saying? Is that why the bank account was empty and the credit cards were declined? Well, nothing's in your name anymore. When I showed him the pictures of your friend, he made up his mind. So, he decided to move in with us while you were on vacation. What the heck? You deserve it. It's going to be tough now that nothing's in your name. What? You can't spend Dad's money or ours. You know how much you've wasted other people's money and how it's made. What? What do you mean? Don't you understand? Explain it to me properly. I don't think Dad's going to be able to provide anything for someone who doesn't live with him. So, you're going to have to work to make ends meet. Huh? I'm not going to let that happen. Somewhere deep down, he trusted you and gave you the money. But in fact, you were giving it to someone else. He's done with you. End of story. Don't contact me again. Wait! Hey! Wait! Bye. Mia and I are now living in peace. Our new house is close to my work, so my commute is shorter. As a result, we could enjoy our leisurely mornings together. That day, my mother hurriedly stopped her souvenirs and packages and brought it back herself. The guy she was with gave up on her when he found out she didn't have any money. And my father gave my mother a divorce. It was an unprecedented situation for my mother to lose the people who support her all at once. My aunt, who is my mother's sister, agreed to take her in. With her persuasion, the divorce was finalized. My aunt is much older than my mother, and she was like a mother to her. She called me with a mixture of apology, regret, and disappointment, saying she was sorry for everything my mother did. My father is now grateful for the money he can spend on himself while he enjoys his new life to the fullest. And the money for Mia was refunded by my aunt on her behalf. Mom is paying back the debt to her aunt. My aunt scolded her so hard that she's now half crying and continuing to work. She's told that as soon as this repayment is finished, she will be living alone without any help. I would like my mother to understand how hard it is to earn money by working.
Dennis, can I talk to you? What the hell? Don't text me a line as soon as I get to work. You're ruining my working spirit. I'm sorry. You left your jacket on the couch again. It'll get wrinkled soon, so you'll have to put it on a hanger. You texted me early in the morning just to tell me about that kind of thing? What an annoying woman. Isn't it your job as a wife to put my jacket on the hanger after I took it off? Why don't you just shut up and do that? Of course, I'll put it on the hanger when I notice it, but I wanted you to be careful. Don't text me every time you want me to take care of something silly like that. I'm sorry, but I wanted to tell you when I noticed. I forget everything when I get caught up in work. All you have to do is be quiet and do your job. Leave me alone. Huh? All I want is for you to do your job. You know that, right? Well, but I do want you to help me make our life together better. I mean, we are living together anyway. Are you talking back to me? I'm not talking back to you, but... Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. Hey, Dennis. What do you want? You left your house key stuck in the lock. I see. I went straight from my friend's house to work this morning. I totally forgot about the house key. I'll deliver it to your department now. You don't have to do that. Why not? You can't go home without the house key. I might be home later than you. I want you to have the key. No, it's okay. I think I'll just go to my friend's house. Why are you so reluctant to take the house key with you? Because I don't want to see your face in the morning. What? I'm about to go to work, and if I see your face, I'll lose efficiency at work. That's terrible. What do you mean? Don't you understand? It means I don't want to see you, so don't come here. I can't believe you said that. It would be embarrassing if everyone saw me meeting you in the office. Why? We are married. Because I'm married to a woman who is not pretty at all. I know that it's my own fault, but I don't want my colleagues seeing me together with a scumbag like you. You don't have to put it that way. I'm just being honest, so I can't help it. Have you ever been called pretty even once in your life? I don't think so. See? Well, even if I told you, you wouldn't have any control over it either. Anyway, I don't need the key. I'm going to a friend's house today. Again? It's not good for your friend if you barge in so much. Besides, I'm worried about your nutritional balance. I don't even know what kind of food you eat there. I don't need you to worry about that. My friend is welcoming me. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Marianne, do you want to have lunch with us? Yeah, I'll be there. How's Dennis these days? Is he still doing whatever he wants? Well, you're not single anymore. You have a family and you have to protect it. That's what happens when you don't say anything. That's right. I'm well aware that it's my fault. I know you want to do everything for him, but you have a job to do. You are too good-natured. Is that so? That's right. That's why I'm worried. If you keep letting Dennis do what he wants, you're going to be in a big trouble. You have to do something before that happens. I understand. I'm glad you're here, Madison. Thank you for everything. Don't mention it. I think you should talk to Dennis properly once. Yeah, I'll do that. Well then, I'm going to the cafeteria now. Dennis, you're not home yet? Huh? What I do is my business, right? If you're going to stay at your friend's place, at least call me. I'm preparing dinner. Shut up. Have I ever asked you to make dinner? What? Don't patronize me. Did you forget our wedding vow? I didn't mean it that way. That I'm allowed to become an office worker and not to complain when I go out or stay over. It was our wedding vow, right? I know that. I'm the only one who would take a scumbag like you as a wife. You should be thankful I got married to you. You don't have to talk to me like that. I'm not just asking you to call me. And what about your clothes and stuff? I don't need you to worry about that. I'm not a child. I know, but... Anyway, I'm going to stay at a friend's place today. You don't have a problem with that, do you? Don't contact me again. Oh, Dennis. Hey, Marianne. Dennis didn't go home, did he? I saw him wearing the same suit today, so that's what I thought. Yeah, he said he was staying with a friend. I can't even talk to him because he never comes home. I'm so sorry about that, but I'm so worried about you, Marianne. Madison, I'm sorry for always making you worry about me. Hey, you've got to pull yourself together. If you don't do that, he'll take advantage of you. I have no doubt that Dennis is having an affair. Yes, I think you're right. I suspect so too. You know, Dennis got married to an unattractive woman like me. I'm not even pretty, and he took me as his wife. So I think I have to believe him. Marianne, you're being too nice to that jerk. I'm well aware that your mild-mannered and intelligent nature is the secret to your success in starting your own business. But you have to be stricter with your husband. There are certain things that are right and wrong. You should tell him that clearly. I know. I think you need to have an emotional outburst once in a while. Okay then. Thanks for your advice. Marianne, you got a minute? Yes, how may I help you? It's about pregnancy. What? I'm not pregnant. Are you an idiot? I'm not talking about you. Huh? What do you mean? Do I have to explain it to you every time she is pregnant? Who are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I'll raise the baby as my own. Are you kidding me? You mean you cheated on me and had a baby with other women? You're going to raise that child in our house? That's right. It's not like you didn't know I had a girlfriend, right? I had my suspicions, but... Because most of the time I go to work from her house. I believe you've noticed that. So, I'll raise the kids at our home. Wait a minute. That's not the right thing to do. Why would I raise a child I don't even know? I can't do that. We have enough money to raise a child, don't we? After all, you are the CEO of a company. That's why I'm raising the child at our house, since it's the best solution. Do you have a problem with that? That's insane. Why should I raise a child you had with another woman? I don't think it would make that child happy. How dare you say that? Did you forget the promise we made when we got married? To make me an employee of the company and not to complain about me going out or staying out. Remember? That has nothing to do with this. If I can go out and stay out freely, it means that I can do whatever I want. I don't understand your logic. That's just not right. It's beyond common sense. I don't agree with that. Shut up! I married a scum like you, so listen to me. You are a piece of crap. I married you only because you are the company's CEO. I married you because you have the money. You don't have anything else to be proud of and make me fall in love with you. Is that why you married me? That's terrible. Otherwise, who would marry you? If you don't want me to divorce you, listen to me honestly. We are going to raise kids since we have the money. What? That's nonsense. You're the CEO of a company. If people know that your husband cheated on you and we got divorced, it's humiliating, right? Besides, I'm one of the employees. You should listen to me. This is the best solution for a smart woman, so you're going to raise the baby. No way. You'll never give birth to my child. I'm giving you happiness as a woman by letting you raise someone else's child. You're going to be as happy as other women. You should be thanking me for that. That's a really terrible thing to say. I wonder how you can be so confident. Well, you know, with my good looks, women come to me all the time. It's a luxury for you to get married to a man like me. I know that you are an attractive man, but now what? I just think that this isn't the topic to talk about over the phone. Anyway, I'll be counting on you to raise the child from now on. Marianne, where are you? I have an outside meeting today, so I'm out. Hey, what's wrong? I heard about what happened. Is it true that you're going to raise the baby your husband had with other women? What? How did you know that? I overheard him when he was secretly talking to a coworker just now. Can you explain to me? That guy seemed super proud and boastful. He said that since you are the CEO, you have to accept his wish to defend your position, so you can't divorce him. Also, that you'll have to fund Dennis for a long time. What the hell is going on? It seems that you're in a lot of trouble. Geez, I didn't know he was telling his coworkers about that. Marianne, what are you going to do with such a carefree guy? You need to do something to solve this matter. Don't worry about me, Madison. I'm not a silly girl anyway. What? I'm thinking ahead. I can't just let things go as he wishes. I know. I'm sure you'll be fine. If you need any help, you can always talk to me. Yeah, thanks for everything. I'm sincerely grateful to you. Hey, Marianne, the baby's crying. It's so loud, I can't sleep. Hurry up and make him stop crying. Marianne, you are in charge of him. Don't make me lose sleep. If you don't get up soon, you'll be late getting ready in the morning. It's going to be a busy day. Shut up. I'm going to stay in my bed a little longer. Oh, you're just going to stay up that late? Looks like he finally stopped crying. Don't let him cry until I wake up. I'm already at work, so I won't be home. Huh? Then who's taking care of the baby? Huh? You didn't even know that, and you were still asleep? Why don't you go see for yourself? How dare you talk to me like that? You're out of your mind if you think you can order me around like a scumbag. Well, check your room and get ready for the upcoming event. Hey, what the hell is going on? Why are my parents in the living room? Explain in detail so I can understand. Explain what? My parents are holding the baby and they're fussing over. Why? Because it's their grandchildren, right? Isn't it natural for them to hold their grandchildren? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, why are my parents here in this house? I called them. Huh? Why did you do that? I knew you left home to get away from your parents. Your parents must have been so worried. They didn't know where you were and what you were doing. They were surprised when I told them you got married to me. Why did you do such an unnecessary thing? You don't have to tell my parents about that. Why not? They need to know. Why? Because you're doing whatever you want. I thought your parents were the only ones who could stop your selfishness. That's why I contacted them. Selfishness? Yes, indeed. You married me just to get money from me. You treated me like some sort of dirt and you were having an affair with other women. In the end, you had an illegitimate child. And you want me to raise the child. I was just a convenient woman for you, wasn't I? Do you think that's acceptable? Because that was the promise of our marriage, to make me an employee of the company, not to complain about my going out or staying out. If you couldn't keep that promise, we'd get a divorce, right? That's right. So get my parents out of here. They're saying that they'll take me back to our family house. I don't want that. You brought them here, so it's your fault. Do something about it. I refuse. Because I'm the one who called your parents. I'm not going to let them leave without you. You're going to divorce me? No one else would take a scumbag like you as a wife but me. How long are you going to keep saying that? Huh? You are a bigger scumbag than me. I already divorced you. I wanted to believe you because I love you, but I just can't. I finally realized everything. Divorce? What are you talking about? There's no way you can get a divorce on your own like that. What happened to the divorce papers? I filed them yesterday. No kidding. The day after I asked you to put your suit on the hanger, you lost your temper and confronted me with the divorce papers, didn't you? I kept those for a long time. I'm grateful of myself for doing that. Come to think of it, I have no idea why I fell in love with you. So I had the child removed from my family register as well. That's why I have asked your parents to register the child as theirs. What? Don't do anything without consulting me. What do you think you were doing? And since we're already divorced, I'm terminating your employment with my company as of today. Are you kidding me? There's no way you can get a divorce. If you divorce me, your position will be worse, okay? It won't. You told your coworker about the child, didn't you? That since I'm the CEO, I need to defend my position. That's why you think I'll never get a divorce, and that I'm going to fund you forever. Well, I don't remember anything about that. Your words spread it quickly throughout the company. So that guy talked to others. I tried to make sure that he didn't. I guess it's because he thought you were out of your mind. What? After you spoke, the rumor spread immediately. Madison, that head of the department, was the first to get the information. She said that she didn't know you were such a scumbag, and that a man like you doesn't belong in our company. So as the CEO, I should divorce you. I heard that all over the place. Seriously? I didn't know about that. So even though I'm divorced, our company doesn't have to worry about anything. That's what Madison told me. Besides, I just sent an email to all my business partners. Huh? I'm going to be honest with them about you. And if it doesn't work out, I don't know what will. I can start my business all over again, so don't worry. I will never allow you to do something so selfish. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to charge you a huge amount of alimony. And a share of the property too. That's absurd. You're the one who's going to be charged alimony. Huh? Why? Because even though we were married, you committed adultery and even had a child with other women. And you forced me to raise the child. Why should I pay you alimony? Besides, the woman who is the mother of the child admitted everything. Huh? I told her I'd reduce her alimony if she'd be honest with me, and she told me everything. I've recorded her story so well, so I have the proof. That's why you're the one who's paying the alimony. Alimony. Think about what you did. Anyway, I'll leave it to my lawyer to decide what to do from here. We have a very good lawyer on retainer. Wait a minute. I'm going to get fired from the company and be charged alimony? There's no way I can pay that. We are already divorced, remember? I have nothing to do with what happens to you. If you have anything to say, please talk to my lawyer. Hold on a sec. What's going to happen to me now? I don't know. Why don't you just decide for yourself? I told you, we have nothing to do with each other anymore. Oh no. Just don't ever show your face in front of me again. And of course, you're banned from the company as well. If you ever show yourself, I will take legal action. That's what I intend to do. Hey, Marianne, let's talk about this once. I'm sure we can understand each other if we talk. What do you mean we'll understand each other? Don't be silly. I'm blocking your number from this moment. After that, Dennis was forcibly taken back to the countryside by his parents. They put him in a town factory owned by a relative and made him work all day long. And the money he earned from his labor was transferred to me by his parents as alimony. The child was adopted by his parents. I was relieved that they did so, because the child was innocent. Dennis has turned into a different man since he's now having shaggy hair and a stubble beard. Seems that he's working in a miserable condition. I heard that the mother of his children is already living with another man. I hope he will fully reflect on the fact that he has been living as he pleases. As for me, I'm working as hard as ever as the CEO of the company. My friends and subordinates told me that it's a good thing I'm working hard, but I need to develop a better eye for men. I was lectured a lot. I have just reflected on how I will do my best not to be deceived by the pretense of kindness and sweet words.
Emily, do you have a minute? Hey Molly, sure, what's up?
I've found someone I want to marry.
What? Really? That's great news. What's he like?
He's a freelancer now.
A freelancer? You're marrying to a freelancer?
Why? Is it bad?
No, I don't think it's bad if it's someone you've decided to marry. But you might want to think a little bit about his job.
What? Are you judging him by his job?
No, I'm not judging him by his job, but I just want to make sure you'll be okay.
What do you mean?
I don't mean it in a bad way. A freelancer can quit anytime he wants, right? It means that you have to make sure that he doesn't suddenly lose his job after getting married. I mean, it's not that I think it's going to happen since he was chosen by you.
What?
What?
Emily, are you making fun of my boyfriend?
No, I'm not making fun of him. I'm just worried about you, Molly.
But you said that on the assumption that he would quit his job, didn't you? Doesn't it mean you're making fun of him?
I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have reported anything to you. Have a great day. Emily.
Hi, Molly. I'm sorry I offended you the other day. It's been bothering me.
It's fine. Anyway, we've decided on a date for the wedding.
Really? That's great.
Of course you'll be there, right?
Of course. So, when's the wedding? I'll have to put it on the schedule.
October 11th.
What? October 11th? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. It's his birthday. We thought it'd be nice to celebrate our wedding on the same day. We decided on his birthday because there was an opening at the wedding hall on that day.
That's terrible. You didn't forget that day, did you?
Huh?
It's the day of Jason's memorial service, my son.
Was it? Well, I guess our wedding and the memorial service happened to be coincidence. But all the relatives are coming to the wedding.
What?
Well, think about it. Which is more important? My nephew who already passed away or our wedding? You understand, don't you?
I understand that, but I also wanted to attend your wedding. Can't you change the date?
That's impossible. I've already made the reservation. His birthday is still the same. Even if I try to change the date, I'm not sure when we can reserve the wedding hall. And besides, if we change the date now, it would be bad for all the relatives, wouldn't it?
Well, then I can't attend. I have to mourn for Jason.
I see. If that's the way it is, then there's nothing we can do. But as expected, my brother will be there, right?
Well, he was very concerned about the anniversary of Jason's memorial service. I think he probably feels the same way as I do.
I can't believe that. I don't really care whether you attend or not, but I hope he will attend.
I'll talk to him, but
it seems that my father is going to pay for the whole thing. It's going to be a gorgeous wedding. I've also asked him to provide a few dishes from our restaurant. I'm sure my relatives will be very happy. Too bad you won't be able to attend.
I'm Jason's mother. I want to mourn him for sure. Your father and all the relatives said they would come for the memorial service.
If it weren't for my wedding, they would have gone. But I'm sure they'll all attend the wedding. Because no matter how you look at it, a wedding is more dreamy than the memorial service. Above all, we have a future, don't we?
That's terrible. You don't have to say it like that. I don't think Jason wanted to go to heaven either. He lived his life to the fullest.
But now that he's gone, and our successor is gone...
Molly, can we not talk about that right now?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's always the same thing. We'll have a baby, so don't worry about the successor.
What?
I know you and my brother plan to take over father's historic restaurant. I won't let you do that.
Molly, what are you talking about? We are not trying to take over the restaurant. Adam said he's going to succeed his father without a doubt. He's been training hard to be an heir to his father. And now, he's finally getting his father's approval. I've seen Adam struggle, so he is going to be the successor. Well, even if it's okay with Adam, I'm sure the next successor after that will be my child. Huh? My father adores me, and I'm sure he'll adore my kid too. Well, that's after the wedding. It'll happen eventually, so keep that in mind. Your plan fell apart when Jason passed away. That's really awful.
Emily, I know I'm late, but I have a little research meeting from now.
Really? Well, don't work too hard.
Yeah, I can only do it after the store closes. I'll have to work hard since you've been working hard for us.
But don't push yourself too hard.
What's going on? I usually get longer replies from you. Is something wrong?
It's just, I got a text from Molly. She said the wedding has been decided.
Yeah, my dad's going to pay for it all. It's going to be a very lavish wedding. Thanks to her, we're getting some extra work too. Well, it's my sister's wedding, so it's all good.
I know.
Emily, what's wrong?
Her wedding is on October 11th.
What? Isn't that the same day as Jason's memorial service?
Yes, it is. It happens to be her fiancé's birthday, and she wants to have the wedding on the same day.
What the heck? That's not good. I'm not going to the wedding.
I told her you probably wouldn't go, but she said you, your father, and all your relatives will come to the wedding.
What is she talking about? Does Dad know about this?
I don't know about that, but whatever it is, I won't attend her wedding. On Jason's memorial service, I don't really feel like it.
Yeah, me too. I won't attend either.
And you know what? She also said her child will take over the restaurant in the future.
Huh?
She said she'll definitely have a boy.
Oh my goodness. How much more is she going to annoy you? Anyway, don't worry about Molly. Just go ahead with the preparations for Jason's memorial service. I'm counting on you.
Okay.
Hey, Emily, it's been a while.
Hi, Molly.
Wedding preparations are going well. I'm sorry it fell on the anniversary of Jason's memorial service. Poor Emily, not being able to attend such a beautiful wedding.
You planned it on October 11th on purpose, didn't you?
Hey, that's so rude of you. Who do you think you are?
What?
The whole reason you married my brother in the first place was so you could take over my father's restaurant, wasn't it?
Huh?
If my brother becomes the owner and manager of the restaurant, you'll have an easy life, won't you? And you'll be the wife of a head chef without working. You thought you were going to have such an easy life, didn't you?
I've never thought of it like that. I've seen Adam training hard to be a chef. He's trying to take over the goodwill that his father has carefully protected. I was attracted to his passion.
It's kind of dramatic, isn't it?
And his father also has a lot of trust in him. I've seen him give Adam lots of advice. Sometimes, he even scolded severely. But Adam got through those times. Now, they've become good partners and working in the kitchen. If there's anything I can do to help, I'd like to support him. I'll even help out when I have to.
See? I knew you were trying to take over. I'm not going to let you take over my father's restaurant.
I'm telling you, I don't think like that at all.
Maybe it's a good thing that such a despicable brother and sister-in-law can't attend the wedding. Please go to the memorial service or whatever. If you want, you don't have to come back to our house.
That's not going to happen. Adam is my husband. I will live with him no matter what.
Ah, yes. But as expected, you can't take over after Adam. Jason is gone, so my child will take over. I'm sure my father, who's thinking of who is going to take over the restaurant,
is looking forward to my wedding too. The future owner of the restaurant will be born. Well, if that's what your father wants, so be it. You've pushed yourself too hard. You won't be able to attend the wedding, and there's no one to take over. Well, then your plan is ruined, isn't it? So, is that all you have to say? What? You suddenly sound like you don't care. Molly, is that all you have to say? I'm looking forward to the day. Huh? If that's all, I'll end the text. I'm busy, you know. Hey, Emily, what's this all about? Huh? What's wrong, Molly? It's your wedding today, isn't it? You did this, didn't you? Did what? All my relatives are absent. Oh, they're all here for Jason. I'm so sorry. What do you mean? Well, I asked your father about what we should do about Jason's memorial service and your wedding. Then, your father said he would attend the memorial service. In the end, all the relatives came as well. Why? I thought they would all come to my wedding. A wedding is much more glamorous than a Buddhist memorial service, isn't it? It seems your father didn't think your marriage was good. Why? He asked your fiancé whether he was interested in helping out the restaurant. He replied, "I'm not interested." What? He said he wanted to live a comfortable life and earn money without working. But isn't that what everyone wants? It's better to live comfortably, of course. That's why you married my brother, right? That's not true. I'm not interested in having a comfortable, easy life. Your father and Adam cherish their restaurant. Many customers coming to the restaurant that your father and Adam love so much is good enough. Again? You're talking so nicely. My father paid for my wedding. Doesn't that mean he approves of our marriage? Your father didn't think so. What? He'll pay for the entire wedding and let you have your way. He meant that he doesn't want you to have anything more to do with him or the restaurant. That's a lie, isn't it? Since your father feels that way, he had to tell his relatives. He told everyone. Then, they decided to cancel the wedding and come to the memorial service. How is that possible? It's a shame that none of the relatives came to the wedding. I guess it can't be helped, can it? Huh? Isn't this the result of you doing whatever you want? That's impossible. It's not too late. You have to convince everyone to come to my wedding. I can't do that. Why not? Because you knew the date of Jason's memorial service and deliberately set the wedding on that day, didn't you? And your father and all your relatives were very angry about that. I don't think they'll be attending your wedding. Don't be silly. You're my relative and you disrespected my wedding. Why would they prioritize your son's memorial service? Is that even okay with my brother? My wedding is about to be a disaster, and yet you're still trying to prioritize your son's memorial service? That's because he was my beloved son. He's been thinking about this day for a long time. His feelings should only be towards Jason. That can't be true. My brother has always loved me. He would definitely be on my side. Fine, I'll call him myself. I'll ask him to divorce you. That's what you're going to do. If he really wants to do that, then I will. Because I love him with all my heart. I'll do whatever he says. You said that. Remember that. Hey, Adam. My wedding is in trouble because of Emily. Help me.
Help? What am I supposed to help you with?
Because your wife keeps telling lies. Father or any of our relatives are not coming to the wedding. Now tell them to attend the wedding.
That's what everyone is doing on their own. It's not Emily's fault. How can you say such a terrible thing?
Who's the terrible one here? That woman is trying to take over Father's restaurant. So when I tried to cut her out, she went on doing something nonsense. Adam, I think you should divorce that woman.
Wait a minute. Why is Emily taking over the restaurant? Why should we get a divorce?
So that you can win alone. If she takes over the restaurant and becomes the owner, she can enjoy herself and get rich. Who's going to let her do that? Get a divorce, Adam.
Are you serious? If you're being serious, I won't forgive you. Someone like you who's playing around and being selfish can never understand Emily.
What?
Ever since I decided to take over from Father's restaurant, I can't ruin the restaurant that Father has been protecting. From now on, it's not just for our repeating customers, but also as a place for foreign tourists to dine. I decided to reform the restaurant for the future. Emily visited many restaurants to study how to run such restaurant.
Emily did that?
That's right, and she trained the staff herself so that they can deal with foreigners. Thanks to her, we now have more customers and the restaurant is even more crowded.
That's a lie. That woman just wanted to take over the restaurant and be successful.
You still say that? My father encouraged Emily to become the proprietress because of her ability to handle things. But she turned him down. If she wanted to take over the restaurant, she wouldn't have refused, would she? She really wanted to protect the restaurant, so she worked very hard to do so. And she succeeded.
I can't believe that.
It's no wonder Father trusted her so much. She's not a party girl like you. You're the one who's trying to take over the restaurant. Emily's not like someone who brings in a guy from who knows where and tries to take over the restaurant.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to take over.
But I heard you told Emily that your child will take over the restaurant. Don't be ridiculous. To the children of people who don't care about restaurant in any way, there's no way I'd let you take over this place.
Then what's going to happen if I have a child?
I don't know. It's your kid, so you can raise it however you want. At least, I don't think Father would accept your child as his successor, because he's fed up with you.
Huh?
Bringing in some freelancer or something. Marrying a man who can't even greet properly. He doesn't want a guy who can't even say hello and make him pay for everything. He's going to break off the relationship with you after the wedding.
Break off the relationship? That's not going to happen.
And by the way, I'm going to break off the relationship with you too. I don't want to be with someone who disrespects my son's memorial service and makes wedding plans. Well, at best, you're going to have to live with him for the rest of your life. Have a wonderful life.
Hey, Adam, wait a minute. Hey, Emily?
Yes? Did you have a convincing talk with Adam?
Emily, please convince everyone. I can't stand the thought of none of my relatives being here. If you can convince everyone, I'm sure they'll attend. Please?
Molly, I'm sorry. Today is a very important day for me. The day Jason passed away. So I can't think of anything else but Jason. I want to mourn him with all my heart and reassure him in heaven. So I can't think about the wedding. Of course, I'm so grateful to everyone who came to the memorial service. But thanking them is all I can do.
Don't say that. It's my wedding day. The most important day of my life. Who wouldn't want to make happy memories?
That's why I asked you to change the date. But you didn't even try, did you? On top of that, you said something horrible about me taking over your father's restaurant. Even if there wasn't a memorial service, I'm not a person who is capable enough to accept such a request from you.
You're the only person I can rely on. My father and brother have cut me off from them.
What? It's a big deal to cut you off, isn't it? But that's what you deserve.
It's so disgusting that you put a wedding on the same day as your nephew's memorial service. You better be very sorry for what you did today.
Emily, please! The reception is about to start. It's not too late.
I just finished Jason's memorial service, and I'm on my way to visit his grave now. I'm busy, so I'll leave you with this. Molly, I hope you and your husband are happy together.
Emily!
In the end, Molly's goal was to take over her father's restaurant, and she planned her wedding on the same day as Jason's memorial service in order to get rid of me. But that plan fell apart. The wedding with no relatives was horrible. Even after the marriage, they never got a decent job. Molly has been working part-time to make a living. Recently, I heard that her husband cheated on her and left the house while she was at work. It sounds like a messy marriage, but that's none of my business. I have just found out that I am pregnant with our long-awaited second child. I don't care about succeeding the restaurant. Anyway, I sincerely hope that the baby will be born healthy and safely. Of course, Adam and my father-in-law feel the same way.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!